We are positive on auto because what we do on auto is we do a lot of engineering and R&D work. So you have seen an acceleration in the sales of electric vehicles, which basically is going to push for faster development cycle of new products and investment in the auto industry. And we are heavily involved in some of these trends, including in bringing elements like 5G, where we're launching a great new offering end-to-end on 5G in the coming weeks. So we are positive on auto and recovery in the next 2 to 4 quarters. On the other side, I think aerospace will be depressed for a longer period of time. Of course, we will see improvement bit by bit, but aerospace is quite dependent, of course, on commercial aircraft sales and on the resurgence of the transportation, especially intercontinental one. So that for us, I think will take 2 to 3 years before it recovers.
Let's get into the geographic split. Looking at the performance across your different regions, France stands out as a key weak point, organic growth slowing significantly in the quarter. And I believe this was the hardest hit region within your group. Give us the detail why France is underperforming relative to the rest of of the group.
So several aspects. It's more than one. Always situations are complex. First, I think the business mix is unfavorable in France. We have a heavy exposure to manufacturing, and with the engineering part that has a heavy exposure to both the automotive and aerospace sector. So overall, I say from a sectorial mix, it's more on the cyclical part. Same thing, to be frank, from a business line. Our proportion of engineering and management consulting business in France being higher, it is highly cyclical and it has impacted. But I believe beyond that, there's also some geographical aspect. I believe the very strict lockdown in France from the beginning has slowed down activity more than in other markets in Europe. And we clearly see some differences there. So it is on one side, the business mix. It is on other side, I believe, some aspect linked to France in terms of the severity of the lockdown.
And what's the outlook then for France? When do you expect that region to recover?
It is improving. We expect to be back into growth mode sometime next year. But we see already improvement in the third quarter, and there are some ambitious targets for the fourth quarter that still needs to be met. But we see improvement, and we do believe some of the government programs will help basically boost some investment, which for us are important because they are both investment in digital, where we are very well positioned, as well as investment in terms of some of the R&D program and new product development, where we're also well positioned, whether we talk about the energy transition, the plane of the future, or helping to digitize basically a number of manufacturing companies. So I do believe we are well positioned as companies will start to basically beef up their investment based on these programs to be able to take advantage of them.